Hello, in this video we'll learn about the concept of stock splits. Let us try to create a simple example to understand this concept better. Let us say that you go to a pizza shop and you want to order a pizza. The pizza owner or the pizza shop owner gives you two options. You can either take a full-fledged pizza without cutting it into slices, or you can get it cut into 8 pieces. If I were to ask you, in which particular case do you get more pieces or a bigger pizza? You might immediately reply, the pizza is essentially the same. It's just been cut into pieces in one of the cases. If you get this, you'll get the stock splits. As part of stock splits, all company does is reduces the face value of the shares so that more number of shares are being created out of one share. Let us look through a real example to understand the concept. In year 2013-14, Relaxo Footwears, a leading footwear company in India, decided to reduce the face value of their shares from Rs 5 in 2013 to Rs 1 in 2014. Because the company decided to reduce the face value of the shares, the corresponding impact was the number of shares increased from X to 5X between 2013 and 2014. But the overall equity capital does not changes. Quite understandable, same as our pizza example. You might now ask me, why does a company do this in first place? What are the advantages, what are the disadvantages of this? As an advantage, a lower price of the stock can possibly give high liquidity in the market. Just think of it, which particular item do you expect to trade more in the market? One with a higher price or a lower price? Typically, lower price attracts more trading activity. On the cons or the drawback side, you might argue nothing new has been given to the shareholders. They had one of something and now they have 5 of smaller of it. The total value remains the same. So you need to be very careful in evaluating what really was the intent behind the split. The second thing you should keep in mind when evaluating the splits is how often is the management doing this. If it's a one-off activity, it is fine. But if the management is doing this activity over and over again just to create a lower value of the stock, which leads to more volatility and more market distortion of the price, you need to be careful. I hope I was able to explain the concept of stock splits with this example. On the other end of the spectrum, we have companies who have decided not to do any stock splits. Warren Buffett, one of the greatest investors of all time, runs a company, Berkshire Hathaway. The stock of his company trades at, or the A shares of his company trade at $275,000 per share. So far, Warren has decided not to do any splits. His belief is by having such a higher value for the stock, he will avoid short-term traders coming into and out of the stock. He aims to attract long-term investors who would like to stay with the company for a longer haul. And a higher price of the stock will avoid anyone coming for trading gains because there's a trading cost involved. So we analyze both the stock splits as well as the other spectrum where the company has decided not to split the stock. Once again, whenever there's a stock split, question the intent of the management and see how frequently is the management indulging in such activities. Thank you.